Hey there, how's everybody doing today? My name is Bruce. Welcome to the channel. Well, I've just been cranking out a bunch of videos here lately because I've been going through a bunch of stuff and just finding all kinds of things that I've stashed away over the years. I've been a collector of many things for a good portion of my life, easily 30 years, and a lot of the things I just put away and don't ever look at. Some things I acquire through trades, um, when I do like a moving job or some type of a service, and maybe I'll offset the expense and people will give me some things, or we'll work out a deal. Sometimes I just make a flat out purchase. It just kind of depends what's going on, and it's just always something. But lately I've been acquiring a lot of cards, and I've also been going through a lot of my collection. Today, what I'm gonna do is, let's see here. I don't know if this will be part of the same video or a part two, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it. But I found a box, actually two boxes of cards out in my garage, and I remember the customer. It was a moving job actually that I did, and the customer was very, very nice. They moved to Wyoming, and they ended up giving me a couple boxes of cards, which at the time I just thought they were. I didn't think anything of it, just like I do a lot of stuff, and I just kind of threw them to the side, and again didn't really think much of it. But lost my train of thought. Oh, but I thought they were pretty much just like Star Wars cards, and these are like the game, which I don't know anything about these. And when I opened up the box today, I was actually searching for some Star Wars figures that I had when I was a kid, and I couldn't find those, but I did come across these two large moving boxes of cards that I totally forgot about. And they were, let's see, we did the job, and they were his kids' stuff, and they didn't want them anymore, so he just gave them all to me. So again, thought they were just a bunch of Star Wars cards, but come to find out, there was some baseball cards, football cards, a lot of Star Wars cards, a lot more than I recall as far as the football cards and baseball cards. And I will be going through that kind of stuff. This video is not about that, however, and it's not about Star Wars. It's about something else that I found in the box, which I was totally unaware of, and it's these Pokemon cards. So it was a big surprise. Let's see if I can get some room. I'm running out of room here. It was a huge surprise to find these cards in there, and I did a video about a week ago, and it was about another collection that I had purchased. It was just a big collection of like football cards and baseball cards, and it had a bunch of Pokemon cards in it. And some of the cards turned out to be a lot of, I guess, first edition 1999 versions. So come to find out, when I opened these up and I took a look at one of them, if I'm not wrong, this is a first edition 1999 version. And apparently that's what all of these stacks are. This is all there was in the whole box. But I think these are all first editions. Now, if you guys want to correct me or comment below and let me know otherwise, I would definitely be happy to know. I do not know squat about Pokemon cards except what I've just recently started searching up. Otherwise, it's just whatever my kids tell me is worth money, and I just sleeve it up and put it in a box. So here we go. You are seeing the cards for the first time, just like I am. And let's see, where do we want to start at? Let's go ahead. Let's just start with this little pile. Try to do this. And I'll just like spot check these every once in a while just to still see if they are the 1999 version. It's kind of a neat one. These don't look like they've ever been touched, played with until now. I'm sure they have though, but they're in very good shape. Before I took them out of the box, they were like just all perfectly crisp and clean, stacked nice and neat next to each other. You know how you look at a card and you see a whole bunch of cards in the side of them. The sides of them kind of match. I don't know if you know what I mean, but that's what these look like. All right, let's see here. We'll jump into some of these. These are sleeved. By the way, I don't know anything about these, like I said, so if you guys see anything, by all means, comment below. I don't know if these are worth anything. My kids have never said anything about these. There's a whole bunch in that. I'll look at that in a second. So I'll set these aside. Let's see. Put this over here. So these have been sleeved up already. Do a little spot check again. Still says 1999. Pretty sure that's what all of these are. These have been sitting in a box probably since about 2010. That's when I did this job for this guy, and he gave me this in addition to a tip. I guess this was like part of his tip or way of paying me, or just simply the fact that he didn't want them because he didn't want to take them to Wyoming. All right, just taking these out of that sleeve I sat aside. So these were all inside the sleeve. Again, I don't know if any of those are worth anything. I suppose being first edition, they probably are. Uh-oh. So we have a Pikachu. And looks like 1999 version. Red cheeks. I don't know if that means anything. I recall something about red cheeks. Thought there was going to be a lot more cards. Jeez. All right, well, this looks like dud on the rest of this. So, okay. So there's another Pikachu. 1999. All right, comment below. Let me know if those are a couple good cards. I can't believe these are all the same version. This is awesome. My other video I did find a bunch of these. Not as many as this. I did find a whole bunch. Definitely not in as good of condition either. All right, so this one's, oh, hold on. These are kind of shiny. I don't even know what these are called. That's how stupid I am when it comes to this. Now there's a few in here. I don't know if they're all the same. So it looks like they're the same, but I'll just take it out. But they're not hollow. Hollow, I think, is what it's called. I don't usually. Actually, I'm just going to leave these out because I'm going to sleeve those separate. That's how I would rather do that. And I'm assuming that this one, Blastoise. Now this one rings a bell. Now why would they have that in behind there? Maybe because they're all blue. I don't know. I don't know how old the kids were when they put them in here. They must not have been probably too young, or they knew how to take care of things, because these are just immaculate. I think these were just opened up and tucked away, forgotten about. Now, if I recall, I feel like I looked this up the last time, my last video. I did not have the first version, but is this one worth something? I feel like it is. I thought this one was worth something. See, I only had so many of the 1999 versions, so I know the newer they get, they're not worth as much, so some of these I wasn't paying attention to because I didn't have the older version. But I know some of these had some really high price tags, so hopefully some of these that I have a high price tag. My ultimate goal would be to get these graded, whatever ones would be the better ones to grade. Obviously, I would inspect them, but look how nice they look. That's what I'm talking about from the side. They're just very uniform. It almost looks, I don't even know. And I know they're real. Like I said, I got these directly from the guy, and I've had them in a box easily since 2010 or 2012, something like that. Now, are any of these trainers worth money? Definitely a lot of them. All right, we're getting down to the end here. Will we find another Charizard or Pikachu? Or we didn't find a Charizard. Will we find a Charizard? Will we find a Pikachu? I feel like that one had some value. I think this guy's got some value. Rattata. Radicate. Far-fetched. Dratini. Porygon. Energy. Squirtle. Squirtle. Wartortle. And Seal. Alright, that's it for the Pokemon. How did I do? Please comment below. Let me know what you think about that find. Tucked away in a box since 2012, I'm just going to say. And possibly 2010. So let's see here. If it's 2012 to now, that's 10 years. 10 years sitting in a box. No daylight or nothing. Never touched. Prior to that, it was in a box in the guy's house. His children had already moved out, so probably sitting in a box for at least 5 years prior to me getting them. So 15 years these things haven't seen daylight. So comment below, let me know what you think. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We appreciate you checking us out. Look at all my other videos that I have. I've got all kinds of stuff that I've been going through and doing, and I've got work videos on there about my work and the things we run into with that. So check it all out. I appreciate you guys watching, and we hope to see you again real soon. Thank you. Have a great night.